Hello everyone. My eyes look really red. I'm so exhausted. And I'm a little cranky. Hi everyone, Colleen Patrick-Goudreau here. I hope you're doing well on this lovely day. I have to say, it does not feel like winter here in California. It is a gorgeous day and I am excited to be here. If you are interested in all things related to veganism and animals and zero waste, vegan and compassion, go over to joyfulvegan.com. You can get your Joyful Vegan Starter Guide. And if you have been to any of the Compassion and Action conferences in the past, or if you are a supporter of mine, check your email because I sent you first dibs to sign up for the Compassion and Action conference, which is in August here in Oakland. And I have worked so hard on just everything related to this. So please make it worth the time that I have spent on this video, on the website, on the emails that I'm sending you. Just at least open them, click, go watch the video, go register. We have a special way of doing things this year. You can register right away and you get bonuses. There's some really awesome bonuses that I'm giving you. It's different than an early bird special where the price is going to go up. It's actually really cool because you get all these really great gifts having chosen to register before a certain date. And then those things are going to go away. They're going to go away. So there's a real advantage to signing up early. And then I can just focus on content and I don't have to focus on marketing the event. So it would help me very much if you would just go and register for the event. Don't make me keep asking you. Just don't make me keep asking you. So that's number one. Number two is I'm finishing up answering the questions for a Forbes article about our CPG vegan trips. Katrina Fox, who might be on here, she is a lovely contributor to Forbes.com, and she's doing a piece on vegan travel. So I'm answering all these questions about the CPG vegan trips, which, by the way, I have some really exciting announcements to make. I am going to be doing a podcast episode on it because I realized I haven't even shared the events with my podcast listeners, and you all need to know. So first of all, before I tell you some special things, you have questions for me? Maybe not. If you do or if you don't, I want to know who you are and where you're from, what your name is and where you are right now so I can say hello to you. And then I will tell you about some pretty exciting developments. I mean, one of the reasons I'm really encouraging people to sign up for the Alsace trip, which is half full now, it's more than half full, is very exciting. But again, we need to have this full by March 10th because we need to tell the hotel in Alsace that we are a go. If we don't fill the hotel, we can't do it. We have to fill the hotel. We're taking over an entire hotel. All the vegans are taking over this little town called Colmar in Alsace. And I was actually just talking to a friend last night. My husband and I went over to a neighbor's house last night because her husband's out of town on business and it was Valentine's Day and she didn't have a Valentine. So we were talking to a friend about the Alsace region. And she was just raving about it. And she was saying at Christmas time, there's nothing like it, which is why we're going at Christmas time. So don't miss out. I mean, this is the time to join us for a CPG vegan trip. Just get on it. Like I said, we're just about half full and we have more slots to fill. So get on it. Go to cpgtrips.com. And as soon as this also comes out in the Forbes article, we're just going to keep marketing this. We're going to keep getting more people. So I don't want you to lose out. And I've seen a lot of people really excited about this trip. We also have something exciting. And again, hi Dominica and hi Nicole from Atlanta. If you have any questions, just let me know. We're also excited about the Rwanda trip. Did everybody hear about the Rwanda trip already? Does everybody know about the Rwanda trip that we are hosting in 2019 and sold out of in 48 hours? Are you aware of that trip? And I just saw Catherine. Catherine, are you still there? I just saw Catherine. Catherine is joining us in Vietnam. And Catherine, I think you're also joining us in Rwanda. Is that right? Did I just see that? Hey, Nicole. Yes, I'm sorry, Nicole. You were the one I thought was actually... There's another Nicole coming to Vietnam with us. I think I told you were coming. So maybe I'm manifesting you coming. So we're very excited about Rwanda. So Rwanda sold out in 48 hours and we have a wait list. but I am going to start telling you, we're going to know the exact dates very soon, but listen to this. Are you ready? We are going to first reach out to the people who are on the wait list, and then we're going to open it up again to the general public, because we think we're going to do a back-to-back Rwanda trip. The demand was so high for this trip to Rwanda, and it's going to be an incredibly magical trip that we are considering staying in Rwanda. So this would mean us being in Rwanda for about 5 weeks. And as soon as our first trip ends, take a couple days to just kind of recalibrate and then welcome a second group. So if you are interested, and it's only if you're seriously interested, we don't have the link up yet on the Rwanda website, but if you are remotely interested, I would go to cpgtrips.com. And on the contact page, write to, I think you can choose to ask about Rwanda specifically. You can say, I'm very serious. As soon as that link is available, I want to secure my spot. If we have enough people, and we have to do this in a short period of time because we have to get the permits for the gorillas. These permits, you know, they have a limited number of permits where people can go see the gorillas, which is the way it should be. So we have to go get those permits pretty soon. Like, we're already now starting to get the permits for the first group, and the second group would only be, you know, whatever it is, 12 days, 14 days, 2 weeks later. So we are in a time crunch. So if you're interested at all in joining us for the second trip to Rwanda, I will obviously announce this as soon as we have the dates up and as soon as we have the link where you can actually secure your spot. But if you're remotely interested, but only seriously interested, this isn't about writing to us and saying, oh, that's amazing, I need to like figure things out. No. Like, if you're interested, we want to hear you say, I'm ready to secure my spot. So go take a look at the Rwanda Trip at cpgtrips.com. You're awfully quiet. If you don't have any questions, I don't have to be here. It's really fine because I have a lot to do. I just wanted to give you a chance to answer any questions or to ask any questions you might have. I'm looking over at the page here in case I'm missing anything. Hello, Tom from Springfield, Missouri. Just made the chocolate cake recipe from the Joy of Vegan Baking. Literally just posted a picture of it to Instagram. It's so delicious. Awesome, Tom. It is delicious. That is the best cake. I make it all the time because it's the best, easiest cake. And everyone talks about how that cake is, you know, it's like a wartime cake. What else do they call it? It has all these names because, yeah, when there was a time when people couldn't afford animal products, they didn't use them because they're luxury items, which is why I'm so sick of people saying that it's more expensive to be vegan. Like, we call the diseases associated with animal products diseases of affluence. Like, that's what we call them. And when you look at cultures who are consuming no animal products, these are less expensive, more affordable, and of course, people have fewer diseases. Dennis, I have some developments on my new book. How did you know about it? I'm not telling anybody about this book. Did I just give a hint? Is that why you're asking? There's some developments that are very exciting, and I'll know more next week. So as soon as I know more, I will share it with the world, but I don't want to share anything until I have more information. Michelle, you, having been to the previous conferences, should have received in your email, I'm sure it goes into a promotions tab or spam or what have you, but you should have received your email. Go check right now, because I sent it out about an hour ago to all of the folks who've been to the previous conferences and the people who were supporters also. And so you should definitely have the email in your inbox. Oh, thanks, Dennis, for asking. It's very sweet. Kara says, have you heard about the Joey Carbstrong mainstream media drama? I don't think so. I don't know who Joey Carbstrong is. Sorry. Should I know who he is? What is it? Tell me more, Kara. I know nothing. I am not as plugged into social media as you would think. But tell me more. I don't know who that is. Is it something I should know about? I don't know. Probably not, but I'm interested. Angela says so Angela, you know why I'm looking at you, Angela. Now I recognize you, Angela. I knew your name. And I'm looking at your picture and your name now. Angela, I'm looking at you. Do you know why? Do you know when? we're waiting. We need to know. And I don't know if you just heard, but we are definitely planning on offering a second trip to Rwanda. So again, if you're interested, but you were on the wait list for the first one. He's one of our leaders in the animal rights movement. I don't know who he is. I don't know who he is. There's lots of people in the animal rights movement. Angela, can I look forward to a particular response? I hope so. Joey Carbstrong and Earthling Ed are excellent advocates for vegan way of life, for its very humanity. They're brilliant. Cool. That's awesome. I don't know what the drama is. I don't follow a lot of drama. I try to avoid drama as much as possible. And you're confirming, Angela. That's awesome. Yay! We had someone drop out of the first list, and Angela was on our wait list. So yay! That's very exciting. I'm very excited. I'm so glad you'll be joining us. That's wonderful. Yay! Okay, so are they in the U.S.? Earthling Ed, that's very hard to say. Earthling Ed and Joey Carbstrong. Are they U.S. advocates? Just curious. Yay, that's so fantastic. Cool. Any other questions? I'm looking at it's just also easy to look at on my computer. Cool. So excellent. So again, if you have attended the previous events, the Compassion in Action conference is open to you right now. They're in the UK. Perhaps that's why. I just wonder if that's why. I mean, obviously I am aware of things happening outside of the US, but I just don't follow a lot of, social media people. They aren't drama. They advocate intellectual discourse. I think they're in the UK Commonwealth. Oh, I didn't say they were drama. Someone said that there was some media drama around them. That's what I was asking about. I don't know anything about them or their drama, and so I'm going to stop talking about them because I have no idea who they are. So anyway, do you have any questions for me? I will give you some time. I will give you some time to go check your email so that you can register for the Compassion in Action conference, and then I'll be opening it up to everybody. I just wanted to give people who came to the conference already first dibs. That's one of the benefits you get of being a previous attendee, and it's also one of the benefits you get for being a supporter. So thank you to everybody for that, and this is just one of the gifts that I can give to you, is you get first dibs on these kinds of events. What did we get here? Shane says Ed is from the UK, Joey's from Australia, however, has been on UK media. Okay. Cool. So, any questions for me? I gave you time to prepare. What else? What else have you got? Where are you guys from? Where are you guys at right now? It's 4:15 here in California. I'm going to be heading out for a hike soon with a friend, and it's a beautiful day. Unfortunately, we don't have any rain slated. We do need some rain, but I can't complain because it's absolutely beautiful right now. And it will be beautiful in August when you come for the Compassion in Action conference, and we've got some really fun activities planned. It's all about creating these experiences. I'm really excited. One of the things we're going to be doing, because the event is taking place right on Lake Merritt, so one of the things we're going to be offering to people is the option on Saturday or Sunday or both to take a boat out on the lake during our lunch break. So we're trying to figure out how to do the food so that if you do want to take a kayak out or a paddle boat, or, I mean, heck, if you want to take a sailboat out if you're certified, then you can do that and not have to worry about the food. So we're trying to figure that part out. But one of the things we're going to do is offer the option to take a boat out. So like your break, your hour, you'll get an hour and a half, 90-minute long break, Saturday and Sunday. That's the benefit of being able to do this as a 2-day event. We can give you long lunch breaks. You'll get to go and take a boat out on the lake. I think that'd be so cool. So what do I have here? Hello, Jamie from Dublin. It is beautiful. 2 walks with the dogs already. I know, it's just absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. Nicole says, have you ever tried no few chocolates? Bought some for my gifts for Valentine's Day and I love them. No, how do you say that? I don't know what that is. Tracy, hi Tracy in Ontario. Good to see you. And Tom says, enjoying your updates on the zero waste journey. Very inspiring. Have you found the stages to be similar to the vegan stages of your podcast? I'll have to really think about that, Tom. I have a feeling there are definitely some parallels, and I'm so excited to share updates with you, but I can't share too many updates with you guys. But the zero waste journey has been it's just so inspiring to me. Like, I'm changing systems in our house here, and my husband is amazing to agree to everything because not only am I like changing the way we do things, I just get really excited about it. Luckily, he loves that I get really excited about it, so it's a good thing. Oh, why free? Why free? I don't know them. I'll have to check them out. I don't know why free. I know nothing. Apparently, I just live in my own little bubble here. I don't know any people. I don't know any chocolates. But I do know that I'm excited about doing the zero waste thing. And I have to tell you, so one of the things we just did, or I just did, is we drink scotch. I'm not gonna lie, and we like our whiskey. And David actually has been really into what is he really into right now? Rum. Some really good rum. So in the past, when we had, empty bottles of scotch, I would, of course, recycle them. Glass is 100% recyclable. I have no qualms about getting glass whiskey bottles, okay? However, these bottles are so beautiful. And one of them that he had, it's a Diplomatico rum. I'm not drinking right now. It's this beautiful opaque green bottle, and then the two that I recently emptied of the scotch over time, it wasn't the same night, the bottles are so beautiful. So I took the labels off of the bottles, and now they're these gorgeous glass bottles that I have soaking just to get the alcohol taste out and all that. So I don't know what I'm going to do with them. One could be like a single bud vase. One could be used if David ever makes like a tonic, or if he infuses tequila, because he's done that before with, peppers or something. I mean, there's just so many ways to use these bottles, and that's the kind of thing that I'm really enjoying. And plastic is so disgusting to me now. Like that. So in terms of the parallels with going vegan, where before you ate meat and you didn't think about it, but then when you go vegan and you have this shift in your vision and the lens through which you look, you see animal products differently. It's happening with plastic. I am disgusted by anything that's plastic, and glass is so beautiful, and I just think it's really incredible. So yeah, my eyes are so completely open, and it's overwhelming, and I think that's what a lot of new vegans feel. So yeah, it's a whole journey, and this is going to take a long time, and I have obviously lots of updates for you. But it's going to take a long time to completely convert. It's not like with being vegan, where like I can just kind of you make the change and then start implementing it in your life. I mean, it is a process too, obviously. I know that. But in terms of like having stuff for a while that I'm not going to just throw out because it's plastic, it's just going to take time for that to be phased out of our home and phased out of our lives. What do you do about plastic gift cards, expired credit cards, etc.? I've been saving them until recycling catches up here. So plastic gift cards. Oh, right. I don't get them, luckily. I don't know. But that's not an issue, but it might be sometime. Credit cards. Yeah, that's a really good question. I don't know. That is going to be an issue in terms of, like what happens to them. I don't know if they can be recycled. I will find that out. That was a question I had as well. What was really interesting is, again, I'm really doing my best. I wanted to get my parents a Valentine's Day card, my mother and father respectively, in their different places. And I had some cards already here, and I just reuse things I have. And of course I can just send them a note. But I went to the card store, and I only ever get recycled cards, and they can be recycled, obviously. But there were so many cards, greeting cards in plastic, and these sleeves that I just never noticed before. Again, conscious, thoughtful person bought those cards in the past that had a plastic wrap, even if they were recycled cards. So stupid. And I didn't get those, obviously, that had the plastic sleeves. I just got one cute card for my mom that was recycled, one cute card for my dad that was recycled. And it's just amazing how much you see plastic in ways you never really noticed before. It's really remarkable. Jamie says, add flowers and give as a hostess gift. Wait, what are you talking about? Are you talking about the bottles? Tell me, Jamie, tell me what your brilliant idea is. If you're talking about the whiskey bottles. Is that what you're talking about? Or are you talking about the used credit cards? Because I don't know if that would be a great hostess gift. Tell me more. Tell me more. Yeah. So the whole thing has been exciting. I'm looking forward to sharing more with you. Yeah, the bottles. I think it's a great idea. My wife makes card stamping. Yeah, like, you mean like just having like blank cards and then putting your own stamp on them. I do that. I mean, and actually it was nice too, because recently I have a card drawer that so many of us have just like things laying around in our house. So I'm starting to just use more of what we have in the house as well, and not go out and buy new things, which is really interesting and fun and satisfying. And what else? I mean, what else recently? One of the things recently that's interesting in terms of the garbage, or just the vessels for our recycling, is, again, just going to admit it. When I was recycling before, conscious, thoughtful person, I didn't really rinse out the cat cans, for instance, for my cat food. I didn't really rinse those out really well. And there were things I put in the recycling bin because I just had this wish that, like, everything gets recycled, right? And I do believe that our municipality does sort through our recycling. So on one hand, like, I was making it kind of gross for the people who work in the recycling plant for them to sort. On the other hand, I do believe that if there are circumstances where the recycling that you send to the I mean, obviously they don't have it individually marked, but the point is that if there's enough non-recyclable items, that there's stuff that just gets tossed, like whole batches could just get tossed into a landfill. So I'm being very mindful of putting only things that I know are going to be recycled in the recycled container that we then take out to the big recycling bin, down when we put the garbage out. So one of the questions someone had asked me before was, what about the plastic? Because we've only ever used the plastic liners for our garbage cans. And there was a time, or recycling cans, right? So there was a time when in the very beginning of this journey, was looking at, what to use instead. I'll get compostable bags. And then I realized, no, all I need to do is not use any bag. We have one of those, garbage, the cans I'm talking about. They're really nice. You just step on them and then it opens up like this, and then it's the plastic can inside of that. There's a name for it, like, it's not human, something like that. Does that sound human people or people? Does that sound right? It's a really nice brand, and it's like stainless steel on the outside, and then it's the plastic, big container on the inside, and we would line that with plastic bags that company sells for that size container. And so I was looking and I was like, oh God, that's going to be a pain. We're not going to be able to find something that fits those cans perfectly, the liner and the can that goes inside the stainless steel casing. And then I realized, no, if I just rinse the recyclables really well, so it's either going to be paper or it's going to be glass or aluminum. It's the only thing. I mean, we have some things that are still plastic that I can recycle until the plastic is out of our house. But if I rinse things really well, we don't even need a liner. So now what we do, and don't forget, we live 100 steps up from the street. So when we carry our recycling down, it's more than just, going out to the curb. We have to go down 100 steps. And, of course, it's easy when you just have a bag with you and you just walk down. But what we're doing now is just taking the whole container, take it out of the little, vessel, and bring it downstairs, dump it into the big bin for the recycling, the city's recycling bin, and then we just take it back upstairs. And if we have to rinse it out because it's going to get mucky after a while, then we do that. Does that make sense? Did I just go on a 10-minute long tangent and it didn't make sense to anybody because I'm tired and I can't put two words together? Did that make sense to anybody? So there's those kinds of things that are just like, just like inspiring me to think outside the box. Like I just never thought about that before. It's been really eye-opening, and I'm really grateful that David is on board, and he's making some changes at work. It's harder for him. He works a lot and he doesn't tend to go out for lunch, and he gets lunch brought in, and no, he's not going to bring lunch with him every day. It's just not going to happen. So he gets lunch brought in. So now they're expanding the services that they use so that the lunch that gets brought in can at least be compostable containers that he could even bring here. I think he said they compost at work. But But before it was, like he came home once with a plastic, lunch container because that's what was delivered. And I was like, get this out of my house. I don't want this in my house. Thank you, Dennis. I hope it made sense. But Dennis, you said the building I live in is full of people who don't know how to recycle. It's so sad. I know. Well, I know. And there's just so much to learn and share, and I'm really grateful. And it's really fun to watch all of you who are interested get on board as well. I never expected so many people to be so inspired by my journey. And I'm so grateful, because if just a few people, if we all just said no to plastic. Starting with things like plastic straws, starting with things like plastic water bottles. Definitely start with plastic water bottles. For those of you who are watching who live in Western countries, developed nations, where our water system, where we have like a really good filtering system with our municipality, or we have a filter already in our home, there's no reason to ever buy a bottle of water unless you are so parched that, I don't know, you're going to die. So don't take this as advice of me telling you to just go, just die of thirst. I'm not saying that. So, but there's a lot we can do. Jamie said she gave up water bottles for Lent 4 years ago, and I haven't bought a bottle since. That's great for any of you who celebrate Lent. That is a wonderful, I love that idea. Yeah, and I did the same thing. It wasn't for Lent, but it was just a decision I made, I guess now 2 years ago. I said, I'm just not doing this ever again. And I already had, a stainless steel water bottle. I still have it. I use it all the time. But I also, you just get lazy and you just make excuses and you just don't think. And so I was getting water bottles. The only time I did get water bottles is when we were in different countries in Africa. And it's a little harder, but when we do our trips, one of the things we do, especially in the countries where the water systems aren't great and you just don't want to drink the tap water, is we have big, bottles of water. When I say bottles, I mean jugs, like massive jugs of water that's filtered. And we're going to encourage, we did this with Thailand, we'll encourage everybody on our future trips to bring their own stainless steel water bottle. We also give people filter tablets so they can filter their water too, if they want to do that in addition, but our water's filtered. And then people can just refill up in our vans. So they never have to be without water, because that's important. And they also don't have to get the bottled water, and they also don't have to risk getting sick drinking the water. So we do our best. But when we've traveled, not as part of our own trips, like just traveled individually, I've had to get water bottles, and it makes me so sick. Not like ill, but not physically sick. Well, it's physically sick, but it just makes me sad. So, hi Ruth from Dublin. Good to see you. I love Dublin. I love Ireland. We're thinking that we'll do a CPG trip to Ireland someday. What I want to hear from you people is, are you, we're going to start soliciting. We're going to start soliciting. And continuously, we've got to get some forms on the CPG Vegan Trips website. But we're going to start soliciting from you where you want to go, where you'd like to go on a CPG trip. For now, you're welcome to send me your suggestions, but I will say that I have 3 trips running right now. So maybe Vietnam, France, and Rwanda is a good start. So go sign up for one of those trips, because we have a range. Vietnam is as different from Alsace, is as different from Rwanda. And so we really are offering something for everybody in a wide range of price ranges. So that's what we're doing. These are awesome trips, traveling together and experiencing the joy and abundance that is veganism. So I have to go, because I have to go prepare to go on a walk with my friend, my very good friend Kristin Middleton, who is considering coming to Alsace. I actually might use that as one of our marketing ploys, is if you want to travel with Kristin Middleton, who of course is the author of Meat Less, and she is the hardest working animal advocate I know. She works for the Humane Society, and she runs the group that works with schools to train the chefs in schools, and trains the chefs who provide the food to these schools to train them to cook vegan. And anybody who's come to my previous Compassion in Action conferences has seen her speak and know her, and you might know her anyway. But she is a wonderful person, and she's one of my closest friends, and she is thinking of coming to Alsace. So I will use that as a lure to lure you in, if it's not enough to travel with me, because apparently it's not, because you haven't signed up yet. It will be awesome to travel with Kristy. Dennis says, how wonderful that you have a career based on a life of love. Indeed, I am very grateful every single day. I will end with one of my favorite quotes from the Tao Te Ching. It's one of my favorites. I think it was one of the first ones that I memorized. Are you ready? The supreme good is like water. It nourishes all things without trying to. It's content with the low places that people disdain. Thus it is like the Tao. In dwelling, live close to the ground. In thinking, keep to the simple. In conflict, be fair and generous. In governing, don't try to control. In work, do what you enjoy. In family life, be completely present. So I am very grateful that I get to do what I enjoy for work. And I try to apply all of those ideas to my life. And I think I'm doing a pretty good job. But I have a lot of improvement to make. And so there you have it. That's one of my favorite quotes. Yeah. So the Tao Te Ching. Sydney says, I can't wait to go on one of your trips. I'm currently saving up to the upcoming conference. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited you're going to come to the conference. I mean, that's a trip in itself, right? Coming to Oakland. And like I said, we are going to be making it really fabulous. We're going to be, as usual, we recommend things to do. We recommend restaurants to go to. We recommend hotels for you to stay at. But like I said, during the day, the days of the conference, the Saturday and Sunday, we're going to be offering things like being able to go out on the water, so you can take a little paddle boat or something out on Lake Merritt. And for those of you who were at the conference last year, you remember during the walking tour, I talked about Lake Merritt being the site of the very first wildlife refuge in North America. Lake Merritt in Oakland is the site of the very first wildlife refuge in North America. And that was, I believe, in 1869. So there's some animal history right here in Oakland. And I'm excited to share that with you. So thanks everybody for your questions and for your love and support as always. Go check your email and stay tuned, because I'm offering this to former conference goers as well as to supporters for only a short time. So if they don't act right away, it's going to you, it's going out to the public, and you will get to join us for the Compassion in Action Conference. And I can't wait to share it with you. And I can't wait for this to just get filled up so I just need to focus on the content. It has been so much work getting the website and the video and the whole email campaign done. I have so little tolerance for those kinds of details, but they're important and I had to do them. And now I'm really glad they're done so I can focus on the content of the conference. That's what I really want. Thank you, Dennis, for watching, and thank you everybody for the animals. This is Colleen Patrick-Goudreau. Thank you for watching and have a lovely evening. Bye.